Poppin', man. Yo. It's, this right here, man, it's been a long time coming. So I just want to, with you, just start from the beginning because a lot of people know you, but a lot of people don't know you. A lot of people heard of you that don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So I just, right now, let's just start off with just, with you. Where you from?
I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I was born in Valdosta, Georgia. My mom had me on the Air Force Base. It's November 14th, 1988. To Wanda and Parrish. That's my dad's name. You know what I'm saying? I was born Troy Graham. That was my birth name. But
I thought your name was Cleophas.
Nah, hell no.
It ain't Cleophas?
Nope, it ain't Cleophas. It's Troy. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't Hawthorne?
Troy like Aikman. But I was born Troy Graham, and a lot of people don't know that. But second grade, got my name changed. My mom's last name was Cherry, so we went through the courts, and that's who I am.
So you say your mom, when she was in the Air Force?
She was in the Air Force when she had me. And then she came back home. After she had me, she came back home nursing. We lived in my grandma lived in Lima, Ohio, so we went back there. Me and my mom went to nursing school, and the day she graduated nursing school, we came to Columbus. You know what I'm saying? So my dad from Atlanta, so he stayed out there.
So how old were you when you moved here?
She came back soon as she had me. Like she probably had me. We was out there for like a year. I was in Lima when I was 2. Probably left when I was about my earliest memories of Columbus was like 4. So
what elementary school did you go to?
Shit, in kindergarten. So when I first started kindergarten, I went to Parkmore Elementary. But halfway through that, we moved to Texas. So I did the other half of kindergarten in Texas. It felt like a long time for me, but now that I think about it, I only did my other half of kindergarten in Texas. Like I came back my first grade, I was out east at Fairmore Elementary, and then second grade, we went up north, and I went to Devonshire Elementary, and then I told my mom when we got up there, I was like, I don't never want to leave this side of town. Yeah, so that's what I told her. So I was like, as long as we up this way, I didn't even know what side of town it was. But in the second grade, I told her, I was like, my friends is here. I don't want to go nowhere else. So that's when we was up north.
What middle school?
Around 161. I went to Monroe. Okay. Yeah, that was an alternative school, so that wasn't up north, but that was I still lived up north, but we took a bus to the middle of the city. It's like kind of Mount Vernon area. So Monroe though it was like gifted and talented school. You know what I mean? Like you got to get a 95% to 100% to get an A. If you get a 90, you get a B. You know what I'm saying? So that's the school I went to, and it was basketball. That's when sports was my life. You know what I'm saying? So all I did during that time, sports. I come from a sports family. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in my family, we hoop, and you good. So that's what I did.
So middle school at that time, basketball was like the only sport, or did you play other sports?
Nah, I played football, basketball. You know what I'm saying? I was good and all that shit, but ninth grade, I was like, I still play football, but I wanted to put it all into basketball. At the time, my cousin just got a full ride at Michigan State. So, and this was my cousin. His name Travis Walton, and we was tight. You know what I'm saying? Like one of like my first older cousins that was like an influence to me. So I was doing whatever he did. He played varsity as a freshman. I played varsity as a freshman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so that's a nice innuendo. So where did you go to high school at?
Beechcroft High School. Yeah. Came in August 2003, and I was a freshman on varsity. And,
basketball?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I played varsity football too. I was always bigger than my age group, so you know what I mean. I could handle my own. Like, I thought I was supposed to be in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I was supposed to be whatever I was gonna do. It's gonna be big. So, that's what I was trying to do.
So, during middle school, during high school, you was a sports person. So,
straight sports, yeah.
So, at what point did you start actually wanting to make music?
So, with sports and music is synonymous. They all go together. Like, so even when I was in high school doing sports, Man, me and all my friends, like we had a little high school thing like going around. Like we used to go to my dude Mike Bones' crib, and he had a laptop, and we used to have a microphone. We had the earphones that had the mic to it, like the call center. We was recording in this dude's computer. We didn't know what we was doing. It sounded hella grainy, but we was just using industry beats, and we did a compilation tape. We had like 10 different people.
So who was we?
Man, at that time, you gonna hear Demo's name a lot, because Demo was rapping with us then too, but he went to Northland. He started at Beach Crow, but he went to Northland, but he always had them ties because he was my dude, you know what I'm saying? So Demo was with us, but it was me. My first CD was with a dude named Will Quick. We did Money is Motivation, Volume 1. But before that, It Ain't Shit. And I can't even tell you. It's just some high school shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forget who was saying this shit at the time at school, but they were saying it ain't shit. I don't know why. I can't remember that far. I did a lot of shit since then. But that was the mixtape. And this is mixed up of everybody who was somebody at my school, if you could rap. You know what I mean? But that's when I started developing the love for it, right? Then my bro Fresh was actually on that shit with my bro Anthony Morgan. You know what I mean? He was on those tapes with us. Like that's my earliest memories of like rapping with him. And that was my best friend since Devonshire, 4th grade. We went to every school together. So he ended up getting murdered in 2007. And after that, it was pretty much was either you gonna cry or I cried a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't a big crier forever. So I had to put this shit out some way, and that just came into rap, bro. And then that's what turned into Sincere, the Great.
So that's another question that I always wonder. Like, how did that name, with your name Cleophas? My fault, man. What's your name?
My name Troy, man.
Shut up. My bad. You know, apologies to you.
Yeah, you good.
But so how did your name? I mean, what made you decide that? Okay, I'm gonna call myself Sincere.
So you ever seen the movie Belly? Like back in the back in the day. So Anthony, my best friend, like I said, before he got murdered, like one day we was they used to always have movie references to me. Like I used to ride bikes to his house, and his big brother yelled down the street, "Jesus!" Like being from he got game, like calling me that and shit, right? But one day this nigga Ant told me he was like, man, you like Sincere. He was like off of Belly, like referring to Nas's character. You know what I'm saying? And you know, after he passed, like I said, I'm just honing all different type of stuff. So that was it. I was Sincere, but it was a lot of that going on, so I had to put the grade on it because it was a lot of everybody was sincere, or people was just now hipping on to that. Back then, everybody's kid's name wasn't Sincere and Knowledge. Like you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, there's 50 Knowledge.
So what made
sincere.
you want to decide to say this? What I'm gonna call myself?
Man, shit, that's what my brother called me. You know what I'm saying? That's what my brother called me. So it was period. Like you know what I'm saying? Like shit, it was better than Troy. Shit, my first rap name was T. Roy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sitting there rapping. Yes, your boy T. Roy. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it was Sincere. You know what I'm saying? We had to. Oh, so in my hoop days, this is crazy. And you got to know the time period. This is before. My first nickname was Kool-Aid, bro. That was from basketball. Kool-Aid. Then my family was calling me Cherry Kool-Aid one day because my last name Cherry. Yeah, I was like, nah, that's done. I ain't running with that. But I would have never been that in like rapping or nothing. So nah, Sincere. That's what it was.
My name Cherry Kool-Aid.
Nah, it would have never happened like that. Would never play myself. But yeah, that's how Sincere the Great came about, man. But it was more so through the raps. You know what I mean? My whole first mixtape was me saying R.P. Fresh and learning I could rap. And then after that, it was just keep going. I moved to Cincinnati for like a year after that, trying to get away from the city. But shit, I was hurt. You feel me? Like I didn't know if I was gonna kill somebody or they was gonna kill me or nothing. Like I was hurt. Like you know what I mean? I didn't know what to do.
You was hurt because of
from my brother dying. This is a whole like to know the story of me, to know what even anything, whatever. By the end of this interview, whatever we get to, it's about Anthony. That's simple. I look at the camera on that one, like you know what I'm saying. Like that's what people should know. You know what I mean? Like He got his life taken from him at an early age. That's my best friend, and I don't do that. I don't do the best friend shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my brother. He's, you know what I mean? When him and his mom was into it, he stayed at my house. You know what I mean? It's like one of my mom's kids. You feel me? So when he died, that was probably the worst possible thing that could happen to me, because you see people lose people all the time, but everybody get one best friend, right? Mine died, got killed, and that was like